Have you ever stopped to ask yourself where the second-hand clothes you buy actually come from? You walk into a busy African market. You see a beautiful, expensive-looking dress hanging on a mannequin, and you rush to buy it because it is cheap. You wash it, iron it, and get it ready for that special party or maybe casual occasion. But I have a question for you, a haunting one. Do you truly know who wore that dress before it reached your hands? Was it once draped on the shoulders of a queen? Was it peeled off the cold body of a corpse? Or maybe, just maybe, it once clung to the trembling frame of a mad woman roaming the wild, her mind lost somewhere between this world and the next. Welcome to today's story. This is a warning. A terrifying warning to everyone who loves to buy bend down select without praying over it. This is the story of Amara, a Nigerian girl who wanted to look like a billionaire on a beggar's budget. It is the story of how a single red velvet dress turned her life into a public disgrace and a living nightmare. Sit down, grab your popcorn, and listen carefully. Do not skip any part, because the secret revealed at the end might just save your life. Our story begins in a sprawling city that never sleeps, a place where the streets glitter with ambition and every face wears a carefully crafted mask. A city where the shine of your shoes matters more than the condition of your soul, where appearance is not just everything, it is the currency, the language, and the law. In this city lived a young woman named Amara. She was a true African beauty, with skin like dark chocolate and a smile that could open closed doors. But Amara suffered from a terrible sickness. It was not malaria, and it was not typhoid. It was not a sickness of the body, but a sickness of the mind. It was the disease of packaging. Amara believed that fake, it till you make it, was the only law of survival in Lagos. She lived in a cramped face-me-I-face-you apartment where the zinc roof leaked and the generator noise never stopped. But if you looked at her Instagram, you would think she lived in a very big expensive mansion. You would think she ate diamonds for breakfast. Amara was the type of slay queen who would rather starve for 3 days eating junks than be seen wearing the same Ankara outfit twice. Her best friend Nika was the complete opposite. Nika was a sensible, happy, calm, and contented girl who sold fabrics at the market. She would often visit Amara and shake her head in pity. "Amara," Nika would say in her thick accent, "why do you suffer yourself like this? Who are you trying to impress? Why spend your last naira on a bone-straight wig when you haven't paid your light bill?" But Amara would just hiss, applying another layer of powder to her face. "Nika, you have a poverty mentality. If you don't package yourself, no Oga at the top will value you. I am an investment. When I catch a rich husband, all this suffering will end," Amara would say. So Amara continued her fake life, borrowing money and dodging her landlord. But as the elders say, the insect that dances too much on the surface of the water will eventually be eaten by the fish. The trouble started on a Tuesday afternoon. Amara was scrolling through her phone when she saw a post that made her blood run cold. It was a wedding invitation. Her ex-boyfriend Chudi was getting married. Amara froze. Chudi had told her he wasn't ready for marriage because of village people problems. But here he was, marrying a girl named Tolu. Amara zoomed in on Tolu's picture. Tolu was not a supermodel. She wore no makeup and tied a simple wrapper. But Talu was the daughter of a wealthy chief from the east. So it was never about love, Amara whispered. tears stinging her eyes. It was about money. What Amara didn't know was that Chudi wasn't chasing riches. He chose Tulu because she was gentle, respectful, and sincere. Everything he had prayed for in a wife, and everything Amara never allowed herself to be. He left me because I am broke. I will show him. I will show him what he lost. Amara made a dangerous decision right there and then. She decided she would crash the wedding. She wanted to walk into that reception hall and steal the show. She wanted to look so glamorous that Chudi would regret his entire existence. She wanted the guests to whisper, "Who is that goddess?" instead of looking at the bride. But to achieve this revenge, Amara needed a weapon. She needed a dress. And not just any dress. She needed a gown that screamed billions. She checked her bank account. It was empty. She checked her purse. She had exactly 4,000 naira. That couldn't even buy a decent pair of slippers in a boutique on the island. I cannot go to the mall, she realized with panic. There is only one place I can get a show-stopping dress for this amount, the night market near the railway tracks. For those of you who don't know, the night market is where second-hand clothes come to die and be reborn. But it was also a place of dark rumors. People whispered that the clothes sold in the darkest corners came from questionable source, stolen from mortuaries, or taken from ritualists. But Amara was desperate. As evening fell, she took a yellow Danfo bus to the market. The atmosphere was chaotic. The air was thick with the smell of dust, exhaust fumes, roasted corn, and sweat. Generators roared like angry beasts. Sellers rang their bells, shouting, "Na mumu de go boutique, first grade, original." Amara tied her scarf tighter and pushed through the crowd. She searched for hours. She dug through piles of jeans and blouses, but found nothing worthy of her revenge. She was about to give up when she saw it. Far away, where the streetlights didn't reach, there was a small flicker of a kerosene lamp. A lone woman was sitting there. Amara walked towards the light. The noise of the market seemed to fade away. The woman was very old, dressed in traditional attire with tribal marks on her face. She was chewing on a chewing stick slowly. She didn't shout. She just sat there watching Amara approach. Beside her, hanging on a rusty nail, was a dress. Amara stopped breathing. It was a red velvet dress, deep blood red. It sparkled under the dim light. It was a mermaid style that would hug an African woman's curves perfectly. It looked like something a movie star would wear to the AMVCA Awards. "Mama," Amara said, greeting her respectfully. "Is this for sale?" The old woman looked up with cloudy eyes and smiled, revealing cola nut-stained teeth. "It is waiting for you, my daughter," she croaked. "You have the body for it." Amara touched the fabric. It was unusually cold for a hot Nigerian night, but soft and expensive. "How much?" Amara asked. "I don't have much money." "Give me what you have," the woman said. "I have 3,500 naira, Amara lied. "Take it," the woman said instantly. Amara was shocked. "Really? For this dress?" "It is perfect," the woman said. "It belonged to a queen who died loving it." Amara ignored the strange comment, grabbed the dress, and paid. "Thank you, Mama," she said, turning to leave. "Wait," the old woman called out sharply in a heavy dialect. "Do not wash it with hot water. And listen to me. Do not wear it past midnight. Once the clock strikes 12, the magic ends. Take it off. Amara laughed nervously. Okay, Mama. No problem. She ran off into the darkness, dodging Okadas and hawkers. She felt victorious. She didn't know she was carrying a curse home. When Amara got back to her room, she locked the door and pulled out the dress. It was magnificent. But as she shook it out, a strange smell hit her nose. It wasn't the smell of dust. It was a heavy, sweet, rotting smell, like flowers placed on a grave. Ooh, Amara said. The old woman must have kept it near a gutter. She grabbed a bucket of water and poured in detergent. She dipped the red dress into the water. And that was when the first sign appeared. As soon as the velvet touched the water turned black. Thick, inky black like charcoal. She dipped the red dress into the water. And that was when the first sign appeared. As soon as the velvet touched the water turned black. Thick, inky black like charcoal. Amara pulled her hands back in shock. Jesus, is this dye? She wondered. She poured the water away and fetched fresh water. She rinsed it again. The water turned dark red this time, like old blood mixed with the red earth of the village. Amara's vanity was stronger than her fear. It's just cheap dye, she convinced herself. She rinsed it until the water was clear, soaked it in fabric softener, and sprayed expensive perfume on it. There, she smiled. Perfect. She hung the dress to dry. That night, Amara slept peacefully, dreaming of the look on Chudi's face. She didn't hear the sound of scratching coming from her wardrobe. The next day was Saturday, the day of the Owambi. When Amara woke up, the room was freezing cold. She slipped into the dress. It zipped up perfectly, hugging her curves like a second skin. She tied her gel, head tea, and looked in the mirror. She gasped. She looked like a billionaire's wife. But then she felt something. The dress felt heavy. It felt like it was squeezing her ribs just a little too tight, and the smell was back. It was faint, but it smelled like raw meat left in the sun. I just need more perfume, Amara said, spraying the entire bottle until the room smelled like a garden. Nika came over to check on her. As soon as she walked in, she covered her nose. Amara, Nika said in Igbo, why does your room smell like a dead rat? Amara felt offended. It is not a dead rat. It is my new dress. Nika walked over to the dress but pulled her hand back quickly. Amara, she whispered fearfully. This dress gives me a bad feeling. My spirit does not agree with it. Where did you buy it? The night market, Amara snapped. Please, Nika begged. Don't wear this. Last night I dreamt I saw you running mad in the market square. God forbid! Amara shouted, snapping her fingers over her head. Back to sender! Amara ignored her friend and headed to the venue. The wedding hall was magnificent. Expensive cars, G-Wagons, and Range Rovers were parked everywhere. The security guards saw Amara in that dress and opened the gate with respect. That is the power of packaging in Nigeria. Amara walked into the reception hall. The air conditioner was blasting. The DJ was playing loud Afrobeat music. The moment Amara stepped onto the red carpet, the hall went silent. Heads turned. Even the servers stopped sharing jollof rice. The dress shimmered under the chandeliers like liquid fire. Amara walked with her chin up, swaying her hips. She saw Chudi sitting at the high table. Chudi dropped his fork. His eyes widened. He nudged his friend and pointed at Amara. Amara smiled a wicked smile. She found a seat near the front and crossed her legs. But 10 minutes later, something changed. It started as a small tickle on Amara's lower back. She tried to ignore it. Then the itch moved to her neck. It felt like a mosquito bite. She scratched it elegantly with her long nails, but the itch didn't stop. It spread to her chest, her arms, and her legs. The itch changed from a tickle to a burn. It felt like someone had rubbed hot chili pepper all over her skin. Amara started sweating. The sweat mixed with the fabric of the dress, and suddenly, the smell returned. The perfume evaporated. The heavy, rotting smell filled the air around her table. Guests started sniffing. "Is something burning?" a woman asked. "It smells like spoiled meat." Amara's heart pounded. The burning was becoming unbearable. She tried to stand up, but her legs felt heavy. "I need to get this off," she panicked. She stumbled and fell against a waiter, crashing glasses to the floor. The music stopped. Everyone looked at her. "Amara?" Chudi called out. "Are you okay?" That was the breaking point.
Amara let out a scream that sounded like a wild animal. "It burns! Get it off me!"
She began to claw at her own neck, wailing. She scratched so hard that lines of blood appeared on her dark skin. She fell to the floor, rolling and thrashing. Her wig fell off. "The insects! They are eating me!" she screamed. In a moment of pure madness, Amara ripped the dress off her body, exposing her undergarments to the entire hall. She was rolling on the floor, scratching her bleeding skin, shouting in a strange language. "Leave me alone, Madam Kofo." Suddenly, Nika rushed forward at the party. She grabbed a white tablecloth and threw it over her friend, trying to cover her almost naked body. "Help me!" Nika shouted to the guards. "She is sick." They dragged the screaming Amara out of the hall, leaving the tattered remains of the red velvet dress on the floor. They rushed Amara to a hospital, but when they got to the hospital, the doctors were confused. Her skin was covered in a strange rash. Nika ran back to the night market. She found the other market women. "Who sold this?" she demanded, holding the red fabric. The market women stepped back in fear. "That dress belonged to Madam Kofo," a seller whispered. "She was a rich chief's wife who went mad. She ran into the bush wearing that dress and died there. The scavengers took it off her corpse. We refuse to touch it because it carries the spirit of her madness. But that old woman is greedy. She sold it to your friend." Nika ran back to the hospital. She knew that white man's medicine could not cure a spiritual attack. She called a powerful prayer warrior. They took the tattered remains of the dress to the back of the hospital. They poured kerosene on it. As Nika struck the match, the fire roared up. Everyone heard a high-pitched screaming sound coming from the fire, like a woman wailing. The fire burned green before turning to ash. Back in the hospital room, at that exact moment, Amara woke up. The itching stopped. The fever broke. She looked at her scarred skin. She was sane, but she was marked. The video of her rolling on the floor earlier at the party went viral on Nigerian blogs. But Amara gained her life. Today, she wears simple Ankara clothes she sews herself. She learned the hard way that the cost of vanity is higher than the price of a dress. So, my people, what is the moral of this story? Be careful what you bring into your home. Be careful what you put on your body. Not everything that glitters is gold. Some bargains are traps set by the devil. When you buy secondhand clothes, wash them, sanitize them, and most importantly, pray over them. You do not know if you are wearing a blessing or a curse. And please, stop living a fake life. Be content with what you have. It is better to wear a clean rag in peace than a velvet dress in madness. If you enjoyed this story, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next story. Until next time, stay safe and stay prayerful.